on, guys? What is going on, 27 squad? Welcome back into another video, and we're going to be recapping day 3 of New York Giants training camp. Before we start this video, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, or if you haven't already. Listen, we smashed our like goal yesterday. I put a like goal for like 50 to 75 likes, and right now it's like 120. So I'm going to set the like goal to like, let's get closer to 100. Let's say 90 to 110. Let's say something around there. Go ahead and hit that like button so we can smash that goal. Also, follow me on TikTok, guys. Link will be in the description. Like I said, I've been pushing TikTok lately because I want to be going live there during the season. I'll be live on YouTube and on TikTok simultaneously. And I'm trying to get this out as early as I can because I got tickets to see Deadpool and Wolverine. So I got to go hurry up and make this video and see if I can put it out. All right, very similar to what we saw yesterday. We saw a lot of good throws from Daniel Jones. However, there were some blatant misses. We seen one that he missed Wan'Dale Robinson. Him try to hit Malik Nabers on a deep over route, and it was just way behind Malik Nabers. He had to stop for it. I don't believe he came down with it either. But I think we really have to slow down when we see Daniel Jones miss a throw, as if Daniel Jones is going to be on the money with every single throw. Listen, I don't like cape for Daniel Jones, especially not as much as I did in the past. I don't cape for Daniel Jones, but I think it's kind of ridiculous how he had a really good day last practice, and he had extremely good throws, a lot of back shoulder throws, and he was pretty much on the money, and that gets little to no notoriety on Twitter. But then he misses a blatant throw to Wan'Dale Robinson, and Twitter is up in flames again about how much he sucks. So I think it's really unfair in that respect. Now, that was a terrible miss, and the Malik Nabers throw was kind of concerning, but at the same time, I think we should highlight his good along with the bad as well. And he still has some good throws in this day. It's not like he was absolutely terrible. He had a back shoulder throw to Jalin Hyatt. He's throwing a lot more of those lately. I don't know if that's part of the game plan now, but we've seen throughout his entire career that's just never been part of his tool of routes and weapons and plays to run. We've been through now 3 offensive schemes with Daniel Jones, and we just haven't seen back shoulder throws. Maybe they've happened here and there, but it's never been part of the game plan. But we're actually seeing it more and more often in the red zone, deep in the end zone, to Jalin Hyatt and stuff like that. So we're seeing more of that. I'm encouraged by it because back shoulder throws, are one of the most harder throws to throw and catch. You have to be really on page with your wide receiver and the quarterback, but they're also really hard to defend. It is very hard to defend when you are working full speed as a defensive back, press man coverage on a wide receiver, and he stops on a dime, and as soon as he does, the ball is right there. It is one of the most hardest plays to defend as a defensive back. So if that becomes a part of the offense's bag, I'm all for it. Lawrence Cager got into the end zone from Daniel Jones. I believe Malik Nabers had himself another touchdown. A deep pass again to Deonte Banks. Deonte Banks had a couple of wins in today's practice. We never see when Deonte Banks actually wins. I don't know if that is something that they planned out, like they don't want to see Malik Nabers not winning, but this is not like a battle in which Deonte Banks is completely getting destroyed in. Obviously, Malik Nabers is getting his licks in, and he's getting a lot of deep passes, getting touchdowns on Deonte Banks, as he should, right? As he should. We expect Malik Nabers to have a top 10 wide receiver type rise in the NFL, as Deonte Banks is still working to be a cornerback 1. But Deonte Banks is still putting in some work. He's still winning some reps, and we're just not seeing that on like tape. Like, we're not seeing that on Twitter or any other videos. And you can see the frustration in that deep pass from Deonte Banks. I think this is going to help him. I really think that. I don't care how much Malik Nabers just dunks on him time and time again. I think it's going to make him a better player. If you're going to be up against a top tier talent like Malik Nabers, you'll be able to face up anybody during the season. Jermaine Illuminor is back in the lineup. He is back at right tackle, and he's also splitting reps still with Josh Ezeudu. I don't know if this is them working Jermaine Illuminor back slowly, or they like what they saw from Josh Ezeudu last practice, where they want to give him a little bit more reps with the first team at right tackle. Last practice, Josh Ezeudu actually did a pretty good job against guys like Kayvon Thibodeaux just last practice. Talking a little bit about the defense, Dane Belton had the interception to close out practice. It was a greatly timed interception. He knew exactly where the ball was going. It was going to go to the front pylon. It was just going to be a teardrop pass. I don't remember who was targeted there. You'll see it on video, but Dane Belton, you can see his helmet kind of creep up and then just go ahead and go after the football. So we've known that Dane Belton has a knack for the football. It's crazy how he wasn't really much of a ball hawk in college. He just was a guy that was mostly just like a box safety, but going into the NFL, he's kind of really understood where the football has been going, and we've seen it in practice, we've seen it in preseason, and even in the regular season. So I mean, he's making the most of his opportunities with Tyler Nubin still hurt. Deonte Miller got into the end zone twice, and they were all from receiving touchdowns. We see a beautiful pass from Drew Lock working with the second team, and Deonte Miller going deep down the field and with a linebacker in coverage, and he just couldn't keep up with Turbo Miller. It was a great pass, and then he had another touchdown, a catch and run by the hands of Tommy DeVito. Cordell Flott seems to be holding his own at cornerback 2, as we know so far. We don't know all the details. He's not mentioned too much, but he did have a pass defense. I believe it was on Malik Nabers. Couple of other good defensive noteworthy highlights. Boogie Basham, he's been making some noise as far back as OTAs go, so maybe he's utilizing this defense more often than we may have thought. He had himself a batted pass today. DJ Davidson had himself a good run stuff, and Elijah Riley had a could-be sack from a cornerback blitz. Bryce Ford Wheaton also was able to go deep and grab a pass from Drew Lock. So all day today, it was just deep passes all day. They were focusing on the long game, which is something I really want them to implement. Maybe it was, that first practice, they were easing into it. They were working the short game. I was very worried because they were not like throwing the ball over 5 yards. It was like insane, and not a lot of passes went over 5 to 10 yards, but it seems like they are kind of putting these practices in place and working and focusing on certain different plays of the game. And then last but not least, Kayvon Thibodeau also had a would-be sack. And also Brian Burns. Listen, it is very, very rare that we see Andrew Thomas get burned. Or for lack of a better word, right? No pun intended. But it is very, very rare to see Andrew Thomas get beat on a play, especially in practice. I mean, he just completely dominates. You can tell we have a dog in Brian Burns. We didn't even see Kayvon Thibodeau beat Andrew Thomas. It was very rare if we ever saw that during training camp, but Brian Burns beats him to the inside. Usually it's for a speed rusher to beat someone on the inside is usually kind of like a spin move inside or something like that, just something quick and to shift directions real quick, but he was able to get outside and quickly move inside and kind of use a little bit of power there, got Andrew Thomas to kind of get off balance and was able to get inside and beat him. So that was pretty impressive to see. You don't see Andrew Thomas getting... And listen, this is without pads. They're going to be doing full pads on Monday. I don't know if I'll be able to cover it on Monday. I have flag football games on Monday. I don't think I'll be able to cover on Monday, guys, so I apologize for that, but I will be back covering every single other day besides that. So that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Woo!